So today's video is going to be on the lengthy side just because I wanted to discuss about Spellements, and this will be my last video or just conversation discussing Spellements, because after that I don't care what they do. I don't care if they want to keep putting them in packs. I don't care if they just keep making the drop rates for them really bad, and I don't care if they're gonna be exclusive of Beastman, because like after this, like I just generally do not care for Spellements, because when I first saw Spellements, I already knew that this was like a terrible idea, just because I knew that they were gonna monetize it as usual. Without further ado though, let's go into the conversation of Spellements. My name is Richard Unicorn Caller. We're gonna be talking about kind of the history of Spellements and just what's the problem with it, and just some concerns or constructive criticism, whatever it is. Anyway, let's get to ranting. Hopefully it's not too much ranting, but yeah, let's just jump right into it. So in 2019, we have the 2019 update. This is basically the Wizard City Underground. You know, surprisingly, there are a few people that probably do not know about the Wizard City Underground, considering that this is kind of like a side area. It's not really required that you have to do it. I mean, I would recommend you try it out, but it is a little tough. But again, this is just kind of like a side activity. It doesn't really have much to do with the main quest that include Caramel and Lemuria. You can completely skip Wizard City Underground. But in this 2019 update, we get the introduction of spell writing, right? And I was like, oh cool, you can upgrade spells, and we also get two new utility spells, which was Daybreaker and Nightbringer. And during the time, these were pretty much the kind of like the primarily two Spellements that there was, and the drop rates for them were alrightish. I mean, they weren't the best, but they were some pretty interesting spells. But basically, you can delay one cast, and then you can delay a second cast. So basically, you can primarily do two spells in one turn, or just one sitting, which is pretty cool. And again, a lot of people typically don't really know about these two spells, Daybreaker and Nightbringer. It's just the only problem is of course they're available in the level 130 dungeon or through other means necessary, and they're kind of tough to get. I only have about like 50 or 30, but anyway, pretty cool spells. I thought they were interesting. You know, they also got the fire cast Spellements as well. They were kind of introducing what Spellements were, you know, it's cool. It was cool stuff, you know. So fast forward in time, you know, during times of updates, we start getting like Spellement packs and stuff like that, and it just kind of got to the point where, okay, well, Spellements are now gonna be this monetized thing, right? Until, you know, we had a little bit of hope for this specific Skeleton Key boss. This was in the, 2021. So this is April 2021, right? And so, you know, we get a new Skeleton Key boss, right? And, you know, in the hopes of this, and this was available in Grizzleheim, you can basically unlock some Grizzleheim lore Spellements through this boss, which you could. The only problem is the drop rates were horrendous. So now, knowing that the drops were horrid, I've heard stories of people spending 200 keys and they barely got any Spellman. I'm just like, what? Like, that's crazy. So anyway, if you want, that's in Grizzleheim, specifically in Savastant Pass, however you pronounce that. Apologies. But yeah, it's in Grizzleheim. The boss's name is King Boar. You know, just good luck. I wouldn't waste your keys on it, just because, again, the drop rates are just really, really bad. I mean, just don't do it. Just don't do it. But if you want, there you go. Have fun with that. I heard a lot of complaints about that Skeleton Key boss, and this was in 2021 during the time and stuff like that. In the Grizzleheim lore spells, this also included stuff. If we switch screens, you know, the spells like that included stuff like the Rat Spin, I believe. Yeah, Rat Spin. Yeah, I believe. So you can actually upgrade your Rat Spin right here. Ratatska Spin right here. I only got 3 Ratatska Spin Spellements because Spellements are hard to get in this game. That is literally why we are talking about Spellements. But anyway, that was fun. Then, this happened, I believe, yesterday. Already, or one of the game developers, they made a dev diary, pretty much the same thing, talking about Spellements and stuff like that. The vision, adjusting Spellements, or Spellements worth it, you know, just giving you kind of a glimpse of what Spellements are and what, you know, how to get them and all that stuff. Anyway, fast forward through that, we see a lot of comments alongside this tweet, you know, just talking about some of these awesome ideas that the community has. A lot of awesome people have a lot of awesome ideas. I can show you them right now. Making a system where you can transmute excess Spellements into a reagent and transmute that into a specific Spellement would be perfect in my opinion. That is that is awesome. That is such a great idea. That is such an amazing idea. Awesome idea. An awesome idea. Going along with this, Sean Fire says that thoughts after reading: 1. Secrets can be fun, but also can lead to players running around like a chicken with their heads cut off, which feels bad for all. And 2, or even obtain 1 in a Spellement pack if the pack is the only home forever. That is the definition of paying to win. And again, we talked about how some of these packs have these Spellements in them, and you know, it can get a tiny bit, a little bit predatory. I mean, you can get those Spellements through other means necessary, like Beast Moon, but not everybody likes a Beast Moon, or just, you know, just likes it in general. So again, if Spellements are like the only, or just packs in general are the only way to get a specific Spellement, then yes, that can be a little bit, you know, scummy or just terrible in general. But again, Sean Fire is happy to see the future of Spellements. Then we go on to Bradley. Bradley mentions that at least provide a healthy amount through existing spell quests. I'm not going to grind for Sunbird Spellements. The first 150 or so should be easily obtainable. Someone else also mentions that Spellements in theory had such much potential, which all got grazed to the ground from greedy, unethical business practices. In my opinion, all the paid options to get Spellements should be purged and need to be released in the game only to be more accessible. And again, I mentioned that earlier in this video, that this Spellement thing kind of just got the monetary treatment, right? So we got Spellements in packs now and stuff like that, and just mainly packs. That's mainly where you can get them easily, probably the easiest way to get them, but again, not everybody has quadrillion crowns. And then going on from Rusty Fire, again, a lot of people got great ideas. What if we got Spellements from using a spell X amount of times? That way, it's like you're getting better at said spell. Awesome idea. I think that's pretty cool. You know, the more you use a spell, the more experience you get for it. I think that's an awesome idea. I mean, I think it's cool. Of course, that's not going to happen, but I think it's a pretty cool idea, right? Pretty cool idea. Zaid says getting Spellements from PvP would be really rewarding. So implementing a type of Spellement reward system from playing PvP matches is also pretty good. Another awesome idea. Again, that's awesome, right? Cool ideas. Cool ideas. Abigail says any Spellement locked in a pack is called pay to win. Take that crap to pay to win mindset out of here. All the upgrades of spells should have a non-pay to win path, just as a spell should be acquired without paying for a pack. And this has kind of been the history with Wizard101, having specific spells in packs. And I mentioned that in my one video talking about the Celestian Spellmental pack, which I just realized back in the day. I was like, yo, what's this pack? And I was like, whoa, I don't like this pack. You only get these spells through the pack, and you know, I don't know, it just becomes this type of monetary gain, you know, just putting spells and Spellements within a pack. It just kind of takes that magic out of the game, for me at least. I don't care, but for me at least. Any spell, oh wait, that was the same thing. Anyway, then Atmo played, I can't even talk right now. There's a round table. Right, so they recently did a roundtable about Spellements. So Atmoplex did the main highlights, but I'll leave a link to like the full video and stuff like that if you wanted to watch the whole thing for yourself. But Atmoplex did some general highlights that I'll read from here. So, and apparently this is from whatever the video was, but highlights diversifying Spellment acquisition and adding new Spellment paths with the start in the spring update. So we're gonna get more Spellment paths, so more spells will get Spellment paths as, you know, usual. This is all part of a long-term major undertaking to integrate spell writing into normal player progression, questing, etc. And then most spellments will be dropped through questing in their respective world, Grizzleheim lores and Grizzleheim rank 1s and Rosteria. Maxing spellment paths will still take extra effort, but a good portion of progression will be from normal gameplay. So again, just like normally from drops and stuff like that. Existing spellment paths will be audited first before new ones appear. Most likely rank 1 paths will be overwritten and rank 2s will get a new third path. Ratbeard confirms certain spellments will always be locked into Beastmoon and will never drop through any other way. So this one in particular, I think a lot of people are going to have their eyebrows raised just because a lot of people, or at least some people out there, just don't like Beastmoon. And again, these are just highlights. If you want to watch the full video yourself, feel free. I'm too lazy to do that. But again, if there is going to be spellments specified for Beastmoon only, then, you know, that becomes a bit of a chore for players, especially if they already don't like Beastmoon. So again, Ratbeard affirmed a suggestion on new polymorph spellments for increasing spell pool and health, which would be level locked to prevent the abuse at a lower level. Now these are just the highlights. You can find the full transcription here. Again, I'll leave that linked in the description if you just wanted to see that. And then in other news, Double Pet XP has been extended to the 21st. So if you want to level up your pet, there you go. It's been extended to the 21st, so have fun with that. Alright. So that pretty much covers kind of like spellments and what's been going on with them lately. I'll give you my 2 cents about spellments. Here's the thing, right? Some spells, actually no, I'll just say this for all the spells. All the spells and spellments shouldn't be acquired through packs. And the reason I say this is because it creates this type of monetary gain for them, but it also kind of just makes the players have a little bit of distrust. I don't know, but having specific spells only and spellments in packs, it just feels kind of greedy for some people. And obviously, you know, people don't have crowns to just be opening up packs. Now, of course, like I said, you can get pretty much spellments all over the place through drops and stuff like that. But I think the main problem is, for me, is that I have a lot of spellments that I'm literally never going to use. If you guys don't know, I primarily play on one character. I'm not going to transfer these spellments to a fire wizard or anything like that, just because I generally don't play this game at all. But look at the fire spellments I have. I have about 89 Krampus spellments. I have 17 Firecat, 33 Fire Elf, 9 Nautilus Unleashed, which is, I believe, from Beastmoon. We have the Naftef Scarab, the Glacial Golem, and I don't need any of these spellments. The only spellments I need are for the life spells, because I'm a life wizard. And so going back to the one comment that the one dude made, there really should be a spellment conversion system or a transmutation recipe to transmute the spellments that we don't need into the spellments that we actually do want, or just want to acquire, right? Especially if we have an access of spellments that we already maxed out. So for example, my Grenadier, I have 232 Grenadier spellments. I have already reached the max tier for Grenadier. I don't know what to use them for. They're gone now. But yeah, I just wish there was a transmutation recipe. And that just goes in just for all the spells. Everything should get their own types of transmutation recipe. I don't know. It's frustrating. Because this is such an easy system. But when it first got the monetary treatment of, okay, you can buy X amount of packs, you can get your spellments, well then it just sucks the fun out of the game, you know? And I think that in the future they're going to keep releasing these spellment packs, obviously for all these new cool spells, because it gives them money. You see a cool looking spell, awesome animation, but the only main way to get it is through opening up a bunch of packs. And sadly, I have a fear that that's probably not going to go away. I don't know, it's really frustrating. And then the next thing, and of course, is Beast Moon only specific Spellements, or just Beast Moon being kind of like one of the main sources of Spellements? And again, we come into this conversation of people not wanting to play Beast Moon. You know, personally for me, I used to love Beast Moon, but now it's just kind of annoying with all these forms coming out. I know the Ice Fairy is, dude, Ice Fairy is crazy OP. Yo, if you got time, definitely level up your Ice Fairy, because that Ice Fairy is cracked. But it just gets so annoying because, again, some people don't want to play these events in general. There has to be an easier way to obtain these Spellements. And then going back to the whole Grizzleheim thing, that that skeleton key boss, that would have been nice to farm for, but the fact that the drop rates are so piss poor is just really sad, dude. Like, again, people have spent hundreds of keys and they barely get any Spellements. Like, what is the point of going to these skeleton key boss rooms if the drop rates are so horrendous? I think the last skeleton key boss that I liked was Omen, just because Omen has a huge loot drop explosion, which I love. I got like 4 mastery amulets in one go. You know, it was nice. You know, it encouraged me to keep farming over and over again. But now when it comes to some of these newer skeleton key bosses, the drop rates are just so ridiculous, especially for a ridiculously hard boss. So it's like, what's the point of farming for Spellements if the drop rates are low? The only time they've gotten Spellements right was in the last quest for some of these areas like Caramel. So in Caramel, if you farm the Aberrant Paradox, you can basically get those Spellements, right? That's why I have so many Grenadier Spellements. You get like 2 a piece, right? You would get like 2 or 3 Spellements a piece from like doing those quests or doing those final boss battles, and they would guaranteed drop every run. And that's the thing, the drops should be guaranteed, right? Same thing with the Lord of the Jungle. I can actually upgrade this now because I farmed enough for it from the last boss. Now the next problem I also have is just the fact how they shouldn't be doing this for other spells, right? It shouldn't just be for every single spell. There shouldn't be any Spellements for every spell, because that can get a little bit overwhelming. And then finally, I think the one thing I don't like is kind of the quality of Spellements. Some of the Spellements, or just some spells in general, I feel like aren't necessary. So we can go to the Firecat one, and here it has 2 branches. And this can be confusing for a bunch of new players, but you have to see the tier, or basically how many pips it would cost, how much accuracy it would have, but mainly you would look at the damage. So you can either go to this first branch right here, you would get 110 fire damage, and then you get 80% accuracy. So your accuracy would boost. However, you can go to the secondary branch, and then you just have a 95 or 145 fire damage, still with the 75% accuracy. Now, are you really going to farm Firecat Spellements? Ask me that. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's really frustrating. It is such an easy system. It's so easy. It's not hard. It's not hard. Just looking at this, I'm already confused, but look, I'm done. I'm done talking about Spellements. I don't care if they want to keep putting them in packs. I don't care if they want to keep making the drop rate so ridiculously low. And I especially don't care if they want to keep some of the Spellements exclusive to Beast Moon in general. But I will say this, for any game developer watching, if you do that though, you're probably not going to get a good response, especially from me. Well, personally for me, I don't care. This is my last time talking about Spellements. But whatever they do, good luck, and whatever the future of Spellements is, and any other future type of system in the game, I hope that not everything gets the monetary treatment. And before I go, I know there's going to be a bunch of comments, these dumb, outdated comments that don't even have an argument to them. This is what it is. But Richard, you're being too harsh right now. They need to make money. They're a company and they need to make money. You're just being mean. You're just being harsh on them for no reason. And if you don't like the game, why do you still play it? Because I still enjoy the game, actually. Believe it or not, I still care about the game. That's why I make videos like this, of me making those dumb impressions So I let you guys know, and you let other people know. I enjoy this game. I care about it. That's why I'm giving my 2 cents about Spellements. That's why everybody makes videos. They care about the game. We all care about the game. We just need them to listen. Listen! Right? And it's hard. It's hard to get game companies to listen sometimes, you know? It's hard. It's hard. But I don't think it's worth the loss of respect, though. I don't know. I don't think it's worth the loss of respect. I don't know. But that ends my video. Oh, well, going back to the comment about them making money. I've been playing, I don't know if you guys saw this, but I uploaded a Fortnite video, I think yesterday, with my friend Nicole. We've been having so much fun on Fortnite, and I know Fortnite is cringy, but this new season is really fun with the spider gloves and the tornadoes and the sliding mechanic, and the fact how this game, it's free. Free with so many gamers. Now, I'm not saying Wizard101 should be free. I don't care about Wizard101, but just the fact how I can have all this power for something that is free. It has been so fun. We've been playing Fortnite all night yet last night. It's fun. It's such a fun game for no reason. It's fun. Well, we think it's stupid, but it's fun, right? And that actually made me want to buy a skin on the game, right? That type of free content made me want to buy money because I want to support them, right? Same thing with Deep Rock Galactic, Genshin Impact, especially Genshin Impact, man. Genshin Impact is so fun, and I've been getting these characters completely for free. And just playing any other game, when you try to compare it to Wizard101, it is so sad, because everything in this game gets the monetary treatment. It is so sad. It's sad. It's sad. So anyway, I hope that whatever they do with Spellements, I hope it's for the best. I don't care what they do anymore. But I guess at the end of the day, I'm just going to sit here with all these random Spellements that I'm not going to do anything with. I would really love a transmutation type of recipe so I can upgrade things like my Pigsy or my Ratatska spin. Or even my Imp, even though I don't use Imp anymore. I don't know why I would want to upgrade Imp at all. But I want to upgrade some spells. I would love to upgrade Spirit Swarm. Why not? I would love to upgrade the spells. But in order to do that, they're going to have to listen to the community. And they're going to have to make changes. And changes hurt. If they keep adding this monetary treatment to every single thing new, then it just kind of loses... I don't know, they just lose a lot of respect for me. I mean, they've been lost respect for me as a company, but who knows? I don't know. And then, you know, we go into the conversation about people that are being worried about the whole Europe servers and there might be a merge or something like that. Look, I don't know. I'm done. I'm actually done this time. Alright, I'm gonna log off. I'm about to play some PS5, Genshin, Fortnite, whatever it is, Deep Rock Galactic. I don't know. Cyberpunk, but anything else besides this game, I recommend you play. Alright, don't spend too much money on this game, and get that comment out of the way talking about it's a company. They got plenty of money. They're not going to be on the streets. Relax, alright? Anyway, that wraps up my video. Peace. I'm done. Bye.